Gentlemen, thank you for watching my channel. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. This video right here, we're going to talk about the reason for the narcissist stare. Now, I'm sure many of you been stared at by somebody. You might have thought they were staring at you because you had something on your face, something you was wearing. They might like you, got a crush on you, or they were just staring and staring, or any reason, any like regular normal reason people would stare at you. You always maybe wonder why is this person staring at me? But ladies and gentlemen, with the narcissist stare, the reason for the narcissist stare is real different from the normal humane stare. The narcissist stare is an evil stare. It's an evil stare. It's not a good stare. The reason the narcissist is staring at you because the narcissist is thinking evil, non-good things about you, non-productive things about you, non-constructive things about you. They are thinking the worst things about you and are thinking the worst things to do to you and the worst things possible that you don't even know. That's why they are staring at you. Also, they are staring at you because they are mad at you at the moment. Why are they mad at you at the moment? Narcissists are always mad at you, so it don't even matter. The narcissist, it could be something the narcissist think you should do something and you didn't do it without them having to tell you. The narcissist don't think you should do it. The narcissist don't think that they should tell you or have to tell you what they think or believe that you should be doing for them. They think you're supposed to just already know your duties and what you're supposed to do and just doing without them having to tell you. And if you don't do that, then that could be the cause for the stare of how dare you not do what you're supposed to do, my slave. And that was just one quick example of why the narcissist stare. But let's get to the bigger raw picture. The narcissist stare is, for one, they are trying to figure you out, most likely. They're staring at you because they are trying to figure you out. They're trying to figure out if you are good supply, or if they already figured out your good supply. They have tunnel vision on you and they are programmed and focused on you to get you as supply. Once the narcissist is mad at you, they also will stare at you also as well. They're mad at you. They'll stare at you. You can feel the steam and the energy of their hate towards you or their madness towards you coming from them. You can feel that energy. It's almost like you ever see how pictures are, they might have pictures of a bull and the steam coming out of them and how mad they are. That's how it is when a narcissist stare at you when they are mad at you. The narcissists are also staring at you because they hate you. Like I just said, like their hatred towards you is causing them to stare at you and think how much they're thinking about how much they hate you and thinking how much they want to destroy you and still thinking of ways to destroy you. And you can feel that energy and that steam just like a ball coming out of them. And that's also the reason for the stare. The narcissist is staring at you because they hate you, they don't like you. And every time they have to see you, it makes them sick to their stomach. The narcissist is staring at you because they judging you. And they could be judging you about anything. Like they could be judging that you're not as good as you think you look. Or you're not as good as that as you think you are. Or you don't deserve to have that. Or you don't deserve to have that position. Or you don't even deserve to be alive. The narcissist is also staring at you because you might have caused a narcissist injury. And that would be referring to the narcissist as being injured because of something you did or said that they didn't like, because the narcissist is very a weak, fragile person inside, even though they don't portray to be that, but they are. In some cases, the narcissists don't present themselves as weak and yes, so like I was saying, like, because some narcissists, like the overt narcissists don't present themselves as weak like that. Like Like, because the covert narcissist, what they do is they act like this shy, humble, fragile person. That's what you see off rip. That's the mask they wear. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they get you and trick you, for you to think that. And the overt narcissists, they the opposite. They present themselves like high and mighty. You know what I'm saying? Even though the covert narcissists think the same way, that they're high and mighty and better than everybody, and they portray them, and they portray themselves as weak and vulnerable and fragile, and the victim. They still think as the covert narcissist, but they don't present that. The covert narcissists present themselves as that. But just like the covert narcissists present themselves as weak and fragile and vulnerable, and the victim, the covert narcissist plays that once it's time for him to play that. For whatever reason, he'll play that role. But they both, in a way, think the same way, and both feel the way as how they high and mighty and powerful, and they better than everybody. It's just that both of them, one doesn't play it and plays the opposite of that, and one plays that and then play the opposite when it's time for them to, for whatever beneficial reason. So I'm saying that so you understand, like, at the end of the day, they are both weak, very weak, insecure people, fragile and vulnerable, and they have very low self-esteem, and their ego is very low. So you could cause a narcissist injury very fast, and that's another reason for them to stare at you, because you could easily say something that for a normal person won't be a problem, but for a narcissist it is a problem. So you could just say something and they staring at you like, how dare you say that? You hurt at their ego, they feeling their pride, because they have a lot of ego, a lot of pride, and they have a very low self-esteem. So you can say anything or do anything that to the normal person is not a problem, but to the narcissist it's a big problem. So that's another reason why they are staring at you, because you just caused them a narcissistic injury, and they don't like that, and they're staring at you because they're going to get you back. Another reason, and more reasons for the narcissist stare, is because the narcissist is staring at you so they can figure out how to destroy you. They also are staring at you so they can find out your weaknesses and find out your strengths. Narcissists are always also staring at you because they are trying to marry you. And once they marry you, they can become who you want as in a couple, or as in a friend, or in a husband or wife relationship. Narcissists are also staring at you because they are trying to copy and take on the gifts that you have, and trying to narcissists steal the image, the gifts, and the qualities of another person. And so they staring at you because they are trying to get that from you, and they imitate everything. So they are staring at you because they learning how you are and your values and your qualities, and they are trying to figure out how to manipulate they're trying to figure out how to one second, these mosquitoes tearing me up. The narcissist is trying to figure out how they can imitate the qualities that you have. They don't have these qualities, but narcissists take qualities from people with qualities, and the qualities, gifts, and talents that they have, they are always imitating them and faking like they have it. You know, and they're acting. They're good actors, so they can make it look so real and sound so real, like this is actually them. That's why victims always fall for them, and people always fall and believe this perfect image of them, because they are the best actors in the world. The narcissist is staring at you because they are trying to copy you. They are trying to copy anything you have, like anything about you, they are trying to copy. So they're staring at you because they copying, so they have to watch you and play you close. And they also watching you close and staring at you so they can imitate you very well. They are also staring at you so they can predict what sets you off, what you like, what you don't like, how you respond to certain situations, how you react to certain situations. You know what I'm saying? What you like, what you don't like. They are trying to find out you to the fullest. It's more information they get, and the more they know you, and the better they know you, the better and they can fool you, trick you, manipulate you, and also at the end destroy you, because they know everything about you and they know how you act and respond, and your weaknesses and your strengths. Narcissists are also the reason for the narcissist stare is because when they entertain you and they're watching you, and they're watching you close, very close, and they're gonna imitate you right from the jump, even if you're on your first date. Like this last narcissist I was dealing with and I was talking to, we went on a date, and I'm gonna do a video about this too. The narcissists always contradict themselves. They always contradict themselves. She was trying to imitate me so well and marry me and copy me and take on like good qualities, and to get me to believe that she was such this good person. Because the easiest way for you to believe a narcissist is a good person is for them to pretend they you and take on your qualities and do the things you do and say the things that you say and lie and make you believe like they see things the way you see things. You know, so they are also staring and paying close attention to you for that as well, because that very well helps them and it helps you, and it makes the victim believe the narcissist more, because it's almost like saying, well, I met a person just like me. How great and wonderful. We got the same views on life. That's why the narcissists also stare. And like just this, when I went on a date with this narcissist, right, about 6 months ago, she was watching me, like, you know what I'm saying, playing me close and watching me, and her eyes was on me. And this is the contradiction I'm talking about. We was eating where we was eating at, you know, and so I guess some homeless people that was in there, and she said something about the homeless people that I didn't like, and she was basically kind of mocking them and talking bad about them in a way. Like, for one thing she said was that this narcissist was saying about the bum, and the bum ain't saying homeless person. I don't even want to call him a bum, but the homeless person was just sitting there minding their business, and she goes pointing at him, and the homeless guy is behind us, and you know, she points and says, this person is always here. This person is always trying to sleep here, and they have to always kick him out because he is always sleeping here and trying to sneak in here because he homeless and he don't have nowhere to go. And that was a big turn off for me, a big, huge turn off for me. And before I keep going, look at that. That was a narcissist red flag, and that was a narcissist mask slipping. See? We gotta stop making excuses and pay attention to that. That was a huge red flag and a slip. Yes, it was. And from there, I should have just cut her off and then not even speak to her. But you know, us people, we overlook it like, oh, it's all right, everybody ain't perfect. But we gotta stop ignoring our boundaries and our standards. Like, that's a no-no for me. I don't respect people who look at other people like they're better than them, especially when they're down to the bottom. So let me keep this going. So now, mind you, I was just telling you how she was disrespecting the homeless people and looking down on them like they was nothing, right? So now we leave the restaurant, and one of the homeless guys, you know, that was in the restaurant, he comes up and he asks me, do I have some change? Now, mind you, I'm in front of her and she's watching. Now she's watching me and she's seeing what I'm gonna do. But before I could say anything, she was already like, you know, you could tell she was one of the people like, don't ask me for nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? And when she seen me say yeah and reach in my pocket to give the man some change, then she reached in her pocket to get the change and give it to him faster than I could give it to him. Yeah, let that soak in for a minute. You see what I mean? That's why one of the reasons they stare, to copy you. Like, she tried to copy me and take on my good qualities and try to pretend, and also to fake me like she's this good person. And you know what I'm saying? She didn't know that I peeped that. And I peeped that. But I didn't mean to make this video long, you know what I'm saying, and not get to the point. But hopefully you guys get to my point. You understand? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. Everybody have a wonderful day and stay narcissistic free.